Hey, we're here to go over the installation of the Four Seasons Super Can gutter canopies. This is really pretty simple, being that these are fully welded systems. They're going to be made up to a maximum 24 feet. Anything over than that, we'll typically split that dimension in half. And the hardest part is really trying to get them uplifted into place. We'll usually use material lifts or like a scissors lift. Material lifts are going to work the best. You can basically take the forks, put them on each end, and just crank them up into place to get it set. You're going to want to pre-drill the back side of your gutter first, and by having continuous blocking, it doesn't really matter where those holes are drilled in the back. You're going to hit solid blocking. And then once you get this lifted up and you get it pinned in place at the back, that's when you're going to want to go ahead and put your overhead hangers up. You're going to have two different styles of brackets, just depending on what you ordered. You're going to have the brackets that set in, or a lot of the brackets will set up like this as well. So, and the secret for getting that figured out where you're going to go on the wall is once its canopy is actually on the wall, resting here, you're just going to measure over, go to the center of your bracket, come to the back of it, take that center dimension, and then take a square, go up the wall with a level and get to the appropriate height to mount your mounting plate on the wall. That mounting plate is going to be something like this, to where you're going to put that up. You'll have that dimension shown on the drawings. These will typically be a 6x6 plate where you're going to pin that in 4 different places. Once you have those plates up on the wall, this has got a clevis pin at both ends. You're just going to set this, slide that pin through, and you'll have a couple of these pins that you're just going to push down through each end. That's going to hold those in place. You're going to do the same here, and these are going to be adjusted so you always have a right and a left, so no matter which way you're turning this, it's going to either extend it or shorten it to get it to the point where you can then basically do that same process up on the wall. We're going to get this up and then go ahead and run that clevis pin through it and the 2 powder pins. Now is going to come putting the actual decking in itself. You will get rolls of this tape, and then what this tape basically does is you're going to take and apply that around the full perimeter of the inside on this lip right here, and leave the paper on it, and to keep from making an absolute mess. As you're peeling this paper back, you're just going to peel it back enough to put a single pan at a time. Don't lay all this down and then peel the paper all the way around. So once this is down, just peel a little bit of paper off for each pan individually as you're setting those into place. So you have 2 different decking options depending on what was ordered. You're going to have the 6-inch extruded aluminum decking, or you're going to have the 10-inch steel pans. They basically interlock very similar to one another. So once you have this in place, all you need to do is make sure that it is covering the outside here. More often than not, it's not going to end up in a finished pan width. We will have cut the necessary pans down and we'll mark those. So you have basically your start and finish pans. If by chance it does finish up like this, to where it's a full deck pan on both sides, and then the way that these go together, just interlock like that. And then once they're in place, you're going to make sure that there's enough of this overhanging both edges, so no matter where the water goes, it will drain down into the gutter. We will have sent these small little zip screws with it, and basically you're just going to put 2 of these at both ends of each pan. So if you had the 10-inch steel decking pans, they're going to work the same way. They just interlock there. These will have a film on it that you need to pull off before you put these down in there, but they do interlock the exact same way. You see like those? Same thing, you're gonna have 2 screws in each pan on both sides of it. And then the unfinished side is gonna face up. The color finished side is going to face down. If you're planning on putting actual downspouts on these, as long as it's somewhere within the perimeter gutter, the water will find it. More often than not, if there's a downspout, it's going to go into some sort of an underground tube, and you're going to want to basically have somebody local take that downspout and get it to drop down into the tube for the underground drain. If it included a scupper, it's just a simple hole saw to drill it out in the bottom, and then you're going to pin with 2 zip screws, self-drilling screws down through the top, and that will end up giving you your scupper. Now these scuppers you can have either drain away or to the side of the canopy, and again, it really doesn't matter where. Obviously with the scuppers, you're going to want to put those at the furthest edge away from your building. What's included when we ship all the decking, all the zip screws, all the tape, we're going to include touch-up paint, obviously the overhead brackets, the overhead supports, the clevis pins, the collar pins, and all of that. What we do not include is whatever you are going to run through the canopy into the building. And obviously that's going to depend on if it's CMU, probably using epoxy anchors. If it's brick, we highly suggest if it's brick veneer that you're running a structural bracket. Those would get installed first, and that way those are going to come out through the brick. The masons would have to work around those, and that's going to alleviate the brick of any loading in any way, shape, or form. More often than not, it's going to go through EFIS, and then that's either going to be 5, 6 inch, maybe an 8 inch lag screw. You don't really have to worry about putting blocking when you're using foam, just because it's such a long piece. It's not going to crush the EFIS. If you have just a small little bracket you're putting in EFIS, that's typically when you're going to want to put some sort of a spacer in there not to cave that in. But on a canopy or a louvered sunshade, you really shouldn't have to worry about that. When you have those situations where it is longer than 24 feet, basically you're going to mirror up your other canopy right next to it. You're going to want to get the front edge lined up, both vertically and horizontally, and then all you need to do is run, again, another little zip screw and connect the 2 different canopies together. This will also be done if you have a mitered canopy that's wrapped around the corner of a building. Instead of having a 90 degree, this will be cut out at a 45 degree, and it's the same thing. You'll have those 2 canopies coming together at a 45, and you'll just run the screws through. And that's really about it. The fact that it's welded makes this so much easier than trying to sit there and put these together in 1,000 pieces. Like I said, really the hard part is just getting them up in place, and then obviously getting it leveled out. One thing with your downspout or your scupper, you will want to cheat the canopy a little bit so it's naked to the eye, just to kind of help water go there. But these are considered a gravity drain, so as long as there's a hole, water will find that hole and get out. And that's really about it. If you have any questions during the course of your installation, please do not hesitate to reach out and give us a call. All of our information will be shown in this video. And we thank you very much for choosing Four Seasons, and have a great day.